everybody. I am Lady Southern Fire. My real name is Michelle Espinosa, and this is the energy forecast for September 15th through the 25th. All of my beautiful souls, I want you to understand. I want to stop for just a moment before we go into, this energy forecast, this weekly healing messages, this breaking of the cage, so we can exercise the matrix, the machine from within, and we can come back to our full soulfulness. I know that we have been going through a lot of negative energies. I know that we're still going to see more negative energies incoming. But I want to stop for just a second, and I want us to really think about, or if you can, what I'm getting from my spirit guides, and why not, is how important and how powerful and how really good this week can be if you are coming into your true soulfulness, your true authenticness, if you're starting to truly come into that vibration of soul and that soul connection and that soul consciousness. And the way Spirit is asking me is try to tell you, try not to hear the words that I'm saying with your ears. Try to hear them with your soul. Try not to look out at the world right now with the eyes that you have. Maybe it's not even your third eye. It's your soul's eyes. They say that the window to the soul is through the eyes. Ego is what wants everything right now. The soul knows it's everlasting. And there's a reason why I'm going this route as I start this week's energy forecast, because of the energy that's coming in. But I'm going to mix a little bit of the astrology with it, and then I'm really going to get into the astrology later. We're coming up on a new full moon in Pisces. And Spirit reminds me, well, that's nothing new if you're looking at it from, a typical point of view. But what we really need to start looking at it is Neptune has been in Pisces since 2012. And since 2012, it has been doing a humdinger job just pressing interests in your life. But that has everything to do with us getting to setting the true platform for the age of Aquarius. And I've been saying a million times, we're already in the age of Aquarius. That's part of why you're seeing everything fall apart. Because in order for us to actually get to what the age of Aquarius is about, we have to first get rid of everything that doesn't fit it. Neptune in Pisces rules Pisces. But the thing here is, like I said, we're coming to a full moon. Pisces is the universal 12th house. Now, there are some people out there who are going to see these videos and be like, it doesn't matter, unless you have the natal chart, it doesn't matter. The energy is still the same on a universal chart. It's just on a natal chart. If I had one of you as a client here in front of me, I could actually pinpoint it right down to, this is what's going on in your life. In this area, these things, and this is what you would notice. But from a universal standpoint, that energy is still there. It's just I can't give you the exact houses. I can give you the universal idea so that you are still feeling it. Now, Neptune rules the universal 12th house, which is grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities, everything that needs healing, that we like to sweep under the carpet, that we like to leave our skeletons in the closet about, and we like to ignore. Well, it's been doing a number on everyone since 2012 when it moved in, and it's not going to be moving out until 2025. So it's at its last deacon of going, are you getting the messages yet? I like to say that Pluto is the spirit. It's the part of the spirit that you're afraid of. It's the part that you're afraid to come into and grow into. But Neptune is your magic. It's the spirit of your magic. It's the creativity of your magic. And in Pisces, it's been dealing with everything since 2012, trying to get through to us on how do you truly become the spirit of your soul, the spirit of your magic. How do you flip the page? How do you turn the leaf? How do you breathe life back into your life force? By realizing where it needed to be healed. And this is what it's been getting at since 2012. And we're coming into a full moon now in Pisces. That has a lot to do with where we're going to be going this week. This has to do with us getting deeper than just here and now and now. I always say that you have to do now. You have to take action now. Yes, because your future is created by what you do now. However, the ego is the only one that is so worried that it's going to lose its now, because soul knows it's everlasting. See, Spirit gave me, from time to time, I go wherever it is that Spirit directs me. And when I get into the astrology and I start reading the astrology, and then they have their other ways of communicating with me, because I am a medium as well, they steer it into helping me understand the full-blown picture of what's going on here. And what my guides keep giving me is one of the letters in Hebrew. And Hebrew is known as the alphabet of light. Now, what they're giving me is het. It's C-H-E-T, but the C is silent. So het. And in a form, this is a fence, a sheepfold, a place of protection, a fortress, something that is guarded and protected, a protected area. See, but Spirit also gives me, back to biblical terms, the tabernacle. And the tabernacle, I personally see it as a sanctuary of the soul. I see it as your own personal inner holy place, because that's what the tabernacle was. But the tabernacle was surrounded by a het, however you say it. Like I said, it's the Hebrew letter in the alphabet. It is the fence, the sheepfold, the place of protection, the fortress, the guarded area. The soul is that guarded area. The inner sanctuary is that guarded area. That inner light is that guarded area. It is the divine force. It speaks to us also of the union of the three, the masculine, the feminine, and then the secret hidden part, which would be source energy, which would be God, however you want to see it. It would be that divine power, the divine source guiding energy of the masculine and the feminine coming together to create the three. It is the life force itself. It is the pulling of the divine into the life force. This is what this chet or het actually means. It is the eternal divine connection that is unbroken, that cannot be broken. It's eternal. It is the very gateway of the higher source energy, of the higher energy, the run and return of coming back and learning what you learn and bringing it back to your consciousness. It is the life force of the soul itself. It is infinity because it also is the number 8 of that alphabet. It is the infinity number. It is the eternal number. It is the abundance number. This is talking to us about bringing that energy back into ourselves, making it a safe hold, making it the fortress that is well protected and preserved. It is the place of where we go for our own inner holiness and staying with that connection. Now, with that, this week, as we're going to the full moon also takes place 2 days before the equinox, which speaks to us of the balance of the equator coming into balance again. This is speaking to us of finding the balance of all. But on that full moon in Pisces, it's also another one of the Hebrew holidays. And it fits this energy perfectly because, if I'm pronouncing it right, it's Sukkot, the beginning of Sukkot. And it lasts for 7 days. This is why I am doing this video today, speaking to us of the energy that is incoming from the 15th through the 25th, because Sukkot is actually from the 20th to the 27th. And it is the Feast of the Tabernacle, the Feast of the Sanctuary, the Feast of the Holy. It is the festival of the shelter of the holy. You are the shelter of the holy. You just have to remember how to run and return to that higher consciousness and bring it back to this dimension. And keep it in a safe hold. Keep it in that fortress of protection, because it is the life force of the soul. Bring that into you this week. Bring that into you for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, this has a lot to do with where we're taking these energies at this time. The equinox is taking place 2 days after the full moon in Pisces. This is all about healing. We've been dealing with healing coming from Neptune since 2012. And we're getting to the end of the lesson. Okay? And this is about telling us where we're not healing so that we can learn from our grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities. From what it is we sweep under the carpet and we continuously say, yeah, I'll get to that later. That'll be okay. This is learning where it's not okay and where we have to make these changes. This is a very powerful time. Like I said, this is how we support and start to create the setting of the true platform for the age of Aquarius, because we are getting rid of the age of Pisces. We are already in Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. However, we haven't created the platform yet. This is all part of what we're talking about. And for this 2 weeks, you have Libra, which is also where you're going to have the equinox taking place. Libra is all about balance and justice. Balance and justice, but usually Libra is showing you where it's out of balance and where it's out of justice, because you have to acknowledge that in order to create it. Mercury is here. Mercury is also in shadow. So it's looking at the darker aspects of the communication within the relationships. Not to mention, I keep telling you guys how Maya and May